Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in another Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the top 3 edits you guys need to master, or the top 3 most useful edits here in this chapter. Because as you guys know, close range fights and editing is a huge part of this game and probably one of the most important things to master in this game. So I'm going to be showing you guys the top 3 edits that if you guys want to be able to win a lot of gunfights and build fights, these are going to be the edits you guys need to master. And before we get into the video, I'm going to be giving away 2,000 V-Bucks. So if you guys want a chance to enter this giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys need to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and as well leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And you guys will automatically be entered into my next giveaway. So if you guys want some free V-Bucks, make sure you guys do enter the giveaway. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so here in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the top 3 edits that you guys need to master in this game. And these edits aren't by any means some super magical edits you guys never seen before. They're pretty simple edits, but the point of this video is to show you guys the edits that are going to be the most effective and most helpful to master. Because a lot of you guys see a lot of creative warriors and whatever you see on Instagram, whatever you guys see on YouTube, doing some crazy edits and builds. And to be honest with you guys, those edits and builds aren't going to be the ones that are going to be winning you games or gunfights at any point in this game. I mean, I guess you could try to pull them off for some clips, but as far as practicality and actually winning games, there's like 3 edits in particular that I picked from that are the most important edits to have down every single time if you want to be able to win. It doesn't matter if you're playing box fights, pubs, arena, cash cups, whatever you guys like to play. These 3 edits specifically are going to be the best and most effective edits in the game to have down every time. And these are also the edits that I see a lot of the friends I play with and also people that I watch mess up on that are costing them games and also gunfights. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is going to be the corner edit on the top 3. And I made a whole video on this. This is obviously the best edit in the game, and it is a lot more difficult to do this edit consistently on controller versus on keyboard and mouse just because of the way the edit is on the top 3 squares. To be honest with you guys, it's kind of weird to hit, it's kind of awkward, but once you get used to it, it's honestly not too bad. I've been able to get a lot more consistent with it, and I've been practicing this a ton the past few weeks, and I've been able to get pretty good with it and hit it pretty consistently in game. And the reason why this edit is so good is because once you get the edit, it almost gives you sort of like a head glitch, and it gives you just an advantage when you're going for the shot because you have a pretty wide open shot on the other player, and the other player can only basically see the top half of your body, meaning that it's going to be a lot harder for them to hit you than it is for you to hit them. So overall, just a very good edit overall and every single way. And this edit I go for every single time I'm low on HP, or if I know the other guy's low and I'm trying to get a shot on them and I want to give myself the best possible chance to win that gunfight. I'm going to be going for this edit, so making sure you have this edit down, very good. And if you guys aren't using this in your gameplay, definitely start using it. It's very effective, and it really is, I would say, the best and the #1 best edit to practice and have down for any sort of editing situation whatsoever. So you can practice this or all of these edits by setting up a bunch of walls in either a creative lobby, or you could hop in an edit course or even work on freebooting, which I will show you at the end of this video, kind of the things that I do. So the next edit is going to be at the bottom 3 squares on either the right side or left side. And when it comes to this edit specifically, do you want to practice in all sort of directions? So when you're practicing this edit, you never really know what's exactly going to happen, because sometimes you might be right up on the wall, sometimes you might be backed away from it, and you want to practice from every direction. So you want to practice editing up it, you want to practice editing down, you want to practice pretty much every variant of this as you can, because you want to have this down in every sort of way, because you never know sometimes when you're trying to edit out of a box really quick, sometimes you have to go for I guess the edit that you have to go for is going to be a little bit different and a little bit weird. So you really want to practice all the variants of this as well. And you can practice this by setting up walls, or you can place the walls as you go. And this edit here is probably one of the most common edits in the game, but you don't know how many times I've seen people mess this up. And trust me, this edit here is so important for a lot of reasons, because this is the edit that you're going to use right before you try to shoot the other player with your shotgun. Maybe you rush them with your SMG, or maybe you try to go for a trap play, whatever the case may be. This edit here is going to be crucial. And also another good situation is when you're boxed up, you're getting spammed at by like 3 guys with a P90, and if you mess that edit up, you're probably going to end up losing in that gunfight. So that edit there specifically is going to be very crucial. And the third edit that you want to practice that's also very effective as well is going to be editing the top 3 squares. And the reason why you want to do this, it's similar to the first one in a way that you kind of get a little bit of a head glitch, kind of gives you a little bit of an angle on the other player that makes it a little bit harder for them to hit you, but also makes it easier for you to hit them. And when you're editing out of boxes, this can also be a very good edit as well. And also I'll show you guys another reason why this edit is very good. So when you are going for this edit, you can also use it in combination with traps. So if, for instance, if you have a trap in your inventory and the other player is right outside of the box, maybe trying to make a play on you, all you have to do is edit the top 3 squares and you can place a trap right above them. And when you're placing this trap, you don't even have to jump. So a lot of times the other player can't even see you when you are placing this trap. So that's why this move is super effective, and also just something that you should be learning. So these are the top 3 edits, in my opinion, in the game. They're by far the most effective, most used edits in the game. And trust me, one thing that I really noticed a lot is a lot of people, and I also kind of mentioned this at the very beginning, a lot of people try to practice a lot more advanced builds, a lot more advanced editing, but most of the time in game, when you are playing arena, box fights, in creative, whatever you guys like to play, most of the time people are losing games or losing gunfights just because they're missing the most simple of edits. It has nothing to do with them messing up these super crazy advanced high ground retakes, these super advanced edits, whatever they want to go for. Most of the time, people are losing gunfights just because they're missing the simplest of edits. So if you practice the fundamentals here and these edits, specifically these 3 that I'm showing you in this video, they're going to go a long way. You're going to be winning way more gunfights, and you're just going to be way more consistent overall. And also another way you can practice these edits, or really I practice pretty much everything when I'm doing free builds. And the reason why I like free builds, because you can mix and match anything that you want. It doesn't have to be the same thing over and over again. And it's a lot better because if you're just editing going straight on a wall, it's not bad for starting to practice out. But when it comes to doing that, it's super consistent. You're always running forward. And a lot of times when you're actually in games, you're going to be building all over the place. So using these builds and edits in combination when I'm free building is, for me, I've seen a lot more benefit from it. I find a lot more effective. So that's why I practice free building a lot more than just placing walls and going straight. But those are very good as well for just starting out. Eventually, I would recommend just doing free builds with it because there's a lot more you can do, and also it helps you practice your movement as well, because when you're just running straight, it's not really complicated by any means. But in games, you're going to be moving all over the place. Sometimes you might be right up against your wall, and that might change how you have to edit. So practicing with free builds is going to help you guys practice your movement as well when you're editing, which can also be a very good thing to practice as well. And after you practice these edits and you feel very comfortable with it when you're free building, when you're just practicing in creative, I really do recommend, for as far as improving and really everything in general, I really do like playing box fights. And the reason why I do is because when you're going for any sort of edit, any sort of build, it's not really too difficult when you're in creative. It's a whole lot different and a totally different story when you're getting shot from like 3 different angles and you're down at 5 HP. You're going to be far more likely to choke the edits just because when you're down at such low HP, you're going to be panicking a little bit, which is going to cause you to mess up. And that's why I really like box fights, because there's been so many different high ground retakes and builds that I've done. But when it came to actually doing it in game and box fights, it's definitely a whole different story, because it makes you panic a little bit more, which causes you to really choke your edits a little bit more than you normally would. But eventually, once you get really comfortable with this, it's not going to matter. So even if you are low in HP, it's not going to cause you to choke your shots. So practicing edits and builds with a little bit of pressure is going to be a very good idea. So those are going to be my top 3 edits for this game. Of course, they weren't super advanced by any means whatsoever, but I really do think these are the most effective and best edits in the game as of right now. But with that being said, that's wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do drop a like. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on my post notifications so you guys are notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.